media are not just tools. Media are not even just means of communication. Media shape what can be said, who can say it, who can hear it, how it can be said, and in that way, they also, in a sense, mediate relationships. Ultimately, media are what allow us to connect with one another, and they allow us to connect with each other in different ways depending on the medium. So when media change, our relationships change. And there's a great analysis of this from the television era from Neil Postman. Just think about what television did when it came in and became the dominant medium of our culture. It totally rearranged our living rooms, first off, right? We had to rearrange the furniture around the television. And let's face it, that's the dining room, too, in a lot of cases. So this is a massive shift in our relationships at home. And the conversations of our culture start to happen here. The conversations are controlled by the few and designed for the masses. They are always entertaining. That's how you keep the audience engaged, even the serious ones. So our political debates go from long, reasoned analysis to 30-second sound bites. The conversations are punctuated by 30-second commercials, and the conversations create our culture of irrelevance, incoherence, and impotence. Those are Neil Postman's words. And Neil Postman, in 1985, when he was writing this, he asked you to imagine you're watching a very, very important news program, the most important news program you can imagine. You're sitting there, and he asked this series of questions. So what steps do you plan to reduce the conflict in the Middle East, or the rates of inflation, crime, or unemployment? What do you plan to do about NATO, OPEC, the CIA, etc.? And then he follows this by saying, I shall take the liberty of answering for you. You plan to do nothing. And in 1985, that's basically what you could do, because in that time with television, it's a one-way conversation. You have to be on TV to have a voice. You have to be on TV to be significant. And so it's really no wonder in a world dominated by television media that we'd have all these young people clamoring to be on stage, to be significant.